want the best fighters inside this cage. No weight class.
Or a fight.
And get out of my office.
I'm not training you so you can go out and fight in some circus.
Yeah!
Someone killed my parents. I have my chance at it. Chance to doing what? You want to know something funny? I can kill you. And nobody would care.
That's a look at the movie Tapped, featuring two local actors, Cody Hackman and Nick Bateman. Now, the movie, which hits theaters in May, has been hailed the new Karate Kid. Both Cody and Nick have implemented their love for martial arts into the acting world, and they join me now. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so as I understand it, you guys are two very, very busy individuals. You've combined this love of martial arts, and it's not just some sort of passing love of martial arts, with acting. Let's talk about how you guys found each other and came together here and started this movie together.
Well, we met when we were 5 years old at a karate tournament, and we kind of competed against each other off and on at karate tournaments until then, and kind of lived our lives in and out of that, and have led us into acting.
Talk about this movie, Tapped. It's coming out in theaters in May. You're both in it. I mean, you both star in the movie, but people don't really know this, but you also are producers of this movie as well, right?
Yeah, you know, I met the director in Los Angeles, Alan Unger, talented director, and you know, he's like, I want to do an MMA movie. You know, he's a big fan of MMA, so I was like, kind of, I'm your guy, just with my martial arts background. And we brought it to Canada, and we shot it in Toronto and London, Ontario.
Now, you guys are being a little modest here because you're talking about martial arts background, but can we talk about the titles in which you each have earned, yours being?
I have 5 world championships.
5 world championships, and?
And I have 4, and it's funny because half of them we were beating each other to do, so we could have just done the world championships in our backyard and saved us the time of traveling.
You have such a love of martial arts. I'm just wondering how it translated into acting.
For me, it was, you know, martial arts gives you that focus and that confidence, and it keeps you straight. And you know, when I moved to Los Angeles, it really helped me stay grounded and do what I was set out there to do, and that was act.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Nick, how did it work for you?
Same thing for me. Anytime I've had a goal, I wasn't good at it at first, and I tried and I failed and I failed and I failed, and the same thing with anything I've ever done. And now with acting, I'm excited to fail and fail and fail and succeed after failure. So
which is the only way to learn.
That's it. But you learn that through
martial
athletics.
arts.
Through martial arts.
Which you know as well, because you're an athlete as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
If somebody says no, just keep on going.
You just keep pushing.
And, you know, keep on pushing.
And the thing is, I remember you and I, Nick, years ago, you taught me how to. What was it we were doing? We were fighting with that bow staff.
And Cody's actually world champion bow staff, so we both.
That's fantastic.
He's Donatello, and I'm the Karate Kid.
And you're the
we
Karate
grew
Kid.
up like wearing these movies out. I was saying to the person back there backstage, I was like, when it was like one-day rentals, I used to rent it for a day and then take it back and then rent it again. And now working with some of these guys that were in the Karate Kid is like amazing. Yeah.
So, are you still training pretty hard? I mean, I would imagine you have to if you're in these martial art films as well.
I train to keep in shape now. Okay. I don't train really competitively to compete, you know, but just to keep in shape for the movie roles and stuff like that. Yeah.
All right, I wanted to ask you guys about your production company, and it's called HackyBox Pictures. You two you guys put it together. I mean, why not just stop at being happy with being actors? Why would you want to start a production company?
You know what? There's a movie, Good Will Hunting, that was shot in well, it wasn't shot, it was supposed to be shot in my hometown, London, Ontario, but it never was shot there. And, you know, spending a lot of time in the States, I don't get to see my family too much. So when I come back, I was like, you know what, let's start producing some movies in Canada. And what I think our vision is for the company is to produce commercial movies. You don't really see a lot. You see a lot of the indie movies, a little bit artsy. Yeah. We want to do movies that, you know, make people like, you know.
Yeah.
To get people pumped about the Canadian film. And, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, you've got some projects coming up, right? Yeah. And you're working with some really well-known actors. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Mm-hmm.
What film? Gridlocked.
Gridlocked, yeah.
You're excited about that?
Oh.
And what's that project all about?
You know, it's kind of about this kind of arrogant movie star.
Yeah.
And basically, Justin Bieber gets teamed up with a SWAT leader.
kind of
and
thing.
they just hate each other,
Really?
you know, and it's kind of a buddy cop movie, and I'm really excited to work with Cuba. You know, I'm a big fan, Jerry Maguire fan, you know.
That's
and,
fantastic, yeah.
And he's
show
an
me
Oscar
the money,
winner.
right?
Yeah, show me the money. Show me the money.
No, we got to wrap here, but Nick, I just wanted to ask you now, I know that you started out, martial arts is one thing, and modeling as well.
Yes.
And it's kind of neat how martial arts brought you over to modeling because you were competing, and then a friend put you in a contest,
Yes.
is that right?
Yeah, I was in
There you
Miami,
are.
and then there was a contest, and I met Calvin Klein, and then started from there, and now the modeling has weaved into acting because I felt like I've kind of accomplished what I want there. I'm still doing modeling on the side, but now my main focus is acting, and that's where I want to take it.
I love it.
With Cody and our production company, and all together. Kind of thing.
Absolutely.
All right, is there a website? You guys were mentioning something like that off the top there somewhere where people can look into that a little
Yeah,
bit
well,
more?
there's HackyBoxPictures.com.
Nice.
And you guys can follow us on Instagram or Twitter or whatnot.
All right, we'll do that. Cody Hackman and Nick Bateman, you guys are like, you know, kind of the young Canadian version of Ben and Matt. Ben
Well,
Affleck
thank
and
you.
Matt
Thank
Damon.
you.
Well, continued
to be.
success to you guys, all right?
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. All right, the News at Noon will be back with your entertainment headlines.